I'm the flyest nigga in the world. I'm the flyest nigga in the world. I'm the flyest nigga in the world.
Howdy, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Naruto Shinobi Striker. My name is Ventus and alright, this build video, I like to call it the Sasuke eyes because it uses jutsu that Sasuke used in the anime. You know me here on this channel, I like to use things that are sort of like a theme. That's why I got my character looking like Sasuke from Naruto Shippuden. I've got the Rinnegan DLC from the adult Sasuke DLC. Sasuke Boruto DLC is what it's called. And then I've got the base form of Madarazu, a jutsu that's already in the game. I think you get it by being mentored by Itachi if you're new to the game. This is not a brand new build. It's been around for a while. It's actually a build that I've uploaded on the channel a couple of times. There have been a couple of people recently here on the channel, whether it be on the stream or in the comment section, just, you know, asking me for build videos. If you do want to see specific build videos and not like the more entertaining videos where I'm just making videos to make a person laugh, I have an actual playlist that is set for Shinobi Striker builds, and all these builds like pretty much hold up today. Test them out and see what you think about them, and if not, let me know down in the comment section below of a specific build, because I see all the comments and maybe I can make an updated build of a certain build that you like or whatever. But this one right here, the idea with this is to use the Rinnegan. Now, if you don't know what the Rinnegan does, it actually switches you places with a target. So what I got going on right here is the paralysis seal tags as my ninja tool. I will use to sit the ninja tool down. You don't have to use two of them. I use two just to be on the safe side, but you can use one. It works just as well. Set that ninja tool down and then hit the Rinnegan on a specific target and switch with it. I'm going to try it right here, and it's going to fail because that guy was in the middle of using one of his own jutsu. I think he was using an ultimate right there, so that's why it failed. Sometimes you can switch people out of their jutsu if they're doing it. Sometimes you can switch them out of an ultimate, not all the time. I don't think it actually works switching out of an ultimate now that I think about it. I played a bunch of matches yesterday using this build. I used to use this build primarily on base battle because of the ability to break Sand Shield with the Madarazu, but because of some recent nerfs, look at this ultimate combination right here. Buddy put down a Tandem Paper Bomb, and I finished it on off with the Crystallized Mirrors. Crystallized Mirrors is the version this build I'm using. The version of this build I'm using uses the Haku DLC, and that's the Crystal Ice Mirror Ultimate. It's a really good ultimate to use, especially on base battle when you got people that are going to be in a specific location, a centralized location. You'll kind of like hit them all at the same time, which is what I was going for with this ultimate on here. Now I'm going to show you another gameplay of me using a different ult, and you can see how that works as well. Now the idea that I like to do with this build, specifically on base battle, like I said, I like to use it to break Sand Shield, but they stopped that, they nerfed that. And some people were like, well, the build is not that good anymore because it doesn't break Sand Shield. The Amaterasu is basically good for absolutely nothing except for putting burn damage on a target. I still like to use it because I've got to use the build very well. And if you know anything about me, I don't like to use the meta that much. Not to say that I don't, not to say that I can't, but I like to use what I use because I want to feel like I am sort of original. And you really don't see a lot of people using the Rinnegan with the Amaterasu in this game anymore. But I'm used to using it, so I can use it well. Now, the idea that I like to do with this build is to, if I see a person on the base, I will either just switch them off of the base so I can switch places with them, or if I'm set up in the right position, I'll put the paralysis seal down. What the paralysis seal does is it holds them in place, and while they're held in place with the paralysis seal, I will hit them without a Madarazu, and all they got to do is get hit once with the Madarazu, and they're going to take continuous burn damage, and there's nothing that they can do about that. I think there might be some healing that stops it. I'm not sure. This by no means is not like a solo sort of build, so if you want to use this, definitely have a team with you to assist them in getting the bases. When we were playing this match, I was specifically telling my teammates, like, yeah, I need at least one defense type with me on a base so we can take it, because two range types trying to do it, it might not work that well, because I think when I first tried this build, the first team that I was doing with the other guy that was trying to get the base with me, Mr. Haynes, he was using a range type as well with Rinnegan, and we were doing it like it was good, and I think you're going to see that gameplay next, as that was one of the best matches that I played using this build, but we really couldn't hold the base that much with both of us using the Rinnegan switch, so we definitely needed a defense type on the base, which is the gameplay you're seeing now, which is kind of why we dominated this match, actually. All right, so after this match, I'm just going to show you the build, show you everything that I have on it, the clothing and whatever I have on it, but I like the build, man. I mean, is it the meta? No, it's not the meta. Is it fun to use? Yeah, it's definitely fun to use. I don't know, just try it out and see what you think about it. It's nothing new. I've uploaded it before, but I enjoy it. All right, so let's take a look at the build. All right, so here it is right there. I'm wearing the Sasuke outfit top B. Sasuke outfit B top. I'm not sure if you can get that right now, so I don't know. I've got on lengthens the amount of time that enemies suffer from status ailments. That's for the Amaterasu, Spiteful Spirit, and then Clear Mind, shorten ninjutsu cooldown time on the bottom, and then there's that paralysis seal tag for my ninja tool. There's the Rinnegan. Again, you get that with the Sasuke Boruto DLC. The Amaterasu, I believe you get that from mentoring under Itachi. The Crystal Ice Mirror substitution, you get that from the Haku DLC. And then I was using the Haku ult for that first match. Now this one right here, I switched it up and I'm using the Kamui Shuriken ultimate attack. And you get that from the Kakashi DLC. I like this ultimate attack, this secret technique of the Kamui Shuriken, because it's quick, it does what it's supposed to do, but it's a short range like attack. However, I have been hit with it from across the map on some weird stuff, like the game sort of glitches. All right, see what I'm doing right here. This is the match that I was telling you about. Me and my teammate, we were both running range, because when we first started, he was like, what's the theme? And I said, well, I'm making a video and I want to show people the Rinnegan. So he thought it'd be cool if we both started switching people off the map with Rinnegan. It worked, but not as well as I'd hoped. So that's why I was like, yeah, change to a defense type so you can help me get the base, because I can switch them off the base, but at the same time, I can't really hold the base. So that's what this build is good for. It's switching them off the base, getting them damage, making them take damage if they are on the base, and just basically just being an annoyance or a pain in their side, because I know we've all played the game by now. We know how annoying it is to have somebody with that Rinnegan always switching you off the base. Now, is Rinnegan probably the best, thing to use for a base battle? Probably not. There are probably better builds for you to use on base battle. Primarily the reason why I'm making this video with Rinnegan is because in one of my recent streams, somebody was just spamming like, what's a good build for Rinnegan, what's good builds for Rinnegan, and I have my specific, builds for Rinnegan that I like to run, that I'm good with. And I kind of want to show you how I'm good with them so you can be good with them too. It's not that difficult, but again, like I said, these are not the best. This is not the best build to use for base battle. It's just one of the better Rinnegan builds to use. Is this build good in combat battle? I don't think so. Is it good in flag battle? You can use it for flag battle, but I wouldn't recommend it. Later on this week, maybe tomorrow, I'll upload a build using the Rinnegan in flag battle. It's actually really fun to use Rinnegan in flag battle with other jutsu, so be sure to turn notifications on if you haven't already. Sub to the channel so you can see more build videos. There was a guy in the comment section of one of my last video actually, and I don't know if he was salty, I don't know if he was being a jerk or whatever, but I uploaded a video calling smacking clans or whatever like that, and it was just a video meant to be entertaining, meant to make people laugh. But the guy was like, maybe you should upload more videos of you not like trash talking people and doing builds. To that I have to say, for like a year and a half, 2 years, I've been playing Shinobi Striker. I started off doing nothing but build videos to get people sort of into the channel, to watch the channel, and then I wanted to transition over to some more entertaining gameplay so people could see, how I play and sort of, get a laugh out of my gameplay. So that's what I've been doing primarily for the last couple of months playing this game. So if you do want to see some more videos dedicated to builds, I actually have a playlist called Shinobi Striker build videos, or Shinobi Striker builds. Find that, check it out, and a lot of these builds I still use today. Look at the more recent builds, or look at some of those first builds and see how things have changed in the game since then. I like making builds. I like making my own builds. I don't really look at other people's builds. So if you're looking at this video and you're like, hey, such and such uploaded this video, or this is my build, you stole it, please, let's not be fifth graders about this. Shinobi Striker doesn't have that much diversity in it. To be like really diverse, you're gonna have to use something that's sort of unorthodox. This build used to be really good, for me anyway, but even at its best, there were still better builds to use. I just liked it because it's Sasuke. This is something that Sasuke would probably do as far as the Rinnegan and the Amaterasu. I could definitely see him doing that to somebody in Naruto, Shippuden, or Boruto, whatever like that. Probably not in Boruto though, because I feel like Sasuke is sort of nerfed in Boruto. Does anybody else feel like that? During that whole time travel arc, he just, I don't know, I just felt really weird about the time travel arc. He just couldn't do what I wanted him to do. I felt like Sasuke should have like really just went in there and you know, destroyed whatever that Atsutsuki guy was. Okay, right here, you're about to see me use the build. That's it right there. That's the entire idea, the entire premise for the build. You see a person on the base, go ahead and switch them off, and this is why I used the Kamui Shuriken right there to get them off of that base, and that is enough. Now you can see we're not having that much trouble getting the bases, but with two people using ranged and, you know, they've got their defense types or whatever like that, it's not easy for us to hold the base. Now when you are using that range, you got to use range to your advantage. I know some people will be like, bro, you're just spamming kunai. Probably even in the comments of this video, people are going to be like, bro, you're spamming kunai. Why don't you use some melee attacks? Well, I'm using kunai as the weapon. Better weapon to use for melee attacks is the Kusanagi. Not my thing. I wish it's just a graphical thing for me. Whenever you use the Kusanagi sword, the sword is like turned backwards and he has a kunai in the other hand. I felt like there should be no other kunai. I don't have a problem with the sword turned backwards. So if I do use a weapon, it'll probably be the Kakashi sword on my Kakashi CAC build. But as far as using the Kusanagi weapon with Sasuke, probably not something that I'm gonna do. And they got, see, look here, see, they got those defense types and they are holding those bases. I'm doing my best to help my teammate out, throwing those range attacks on there. A little trick, if you are playing ranged and you are doing base battle and you have those kunai, if there's somebody trying to come up to a base such as this one where they have a little bit of drop off, as they're coming up, wait for them to come up and throw those kunai. 3, 4, 5 kunai, or maybe 4 kunai. It knocks them off of the base. If you're using this build and you don't have paralysis seal, use that Demon Wind Shuriken, because that Demon Wind Shuriken knocks them out. This is something pretty cool right here. I found when somebody uses that Kodo Amatsukami, even though you can't see, your character will still stay locked on target to your target. So you can throw those kunai out there, throw those Amaterasus or whatever jutsu you have, and you can still target them. Like right here, I was trying to get this guy off the base so much. He's a heal type. My heal type was, I believe he was on the base. Right now, we're running with 3 of us, and there was a random. I'm not exactly sure what our random was doing. Later on, my teammates told me he was at their home base the whole time, but he definitely wasn't helping us to try to take and control B, which is what I was trying to do. That guy right there caught wind of what I was doing, so he hopped off the map. Not map, but hopped off the base, and that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. You want them to get off the base. All right, so that's it for this build. Let me know what you think down in the comments.